Hi guys, welcome to my coffee show. My name is Jack and today we are doing hoops. Today we're playing with this hoop brewer from Ceado. I got it from official UK distributor. I will put the links in the description. Thank you very much for sending me this brewer. What I'm planning to do here, first I will introduce this brewer to you, then we're going to brew some coffee. I will show you how simple, how easy it is to use. I will talk about the flavor notes and by the end you should be able to make your own decision. Is this a brewer right for you? I think I first spotted this brewer like a year ago. It looked interesting. Apparently, according to the website, it won Specialty Coffee Association Best New Product Award in 2023. So that means it must be good. You can get it in 3 different colors: white, black, and this color. Let's call it blue for today. It comes in a box like so. On the box, it says first edition. That means it's more precious than a second edition, I guess. Inside the box, you will obviously find the brewer. So there are 3 parts of this brewer. There is a flow tower. You get that outer loop. You get the cover, which you can also use as a stand after you finish brewing. And you get a pack of filters. I think you get 100. I haven't counted them. The size of those filters is the same as the size of AeroPress filters. They feel thinner than AeroPress filters, but then again, my AeroPress filters are very old, so maybe they changed their design now. Brewer is made out of BPE-free plastic, which means it's very good for you. By the way, for those of you who don't like plastic, soon I will be reviewing brewers made out of clay. What they say on the website, the most important part of this brewer is to be simple. They promise simplicity. You don't have to follow any rules. Although there are some key steps that you should follow, but they are not rules, they are steps. Basically, this hoop brewer, it brews itself. The way it brews itself, they talk about a radial infusion here. What it means, if you look at that flow tower, on the sides you will spot tiny holes all around that flow tower, and through those holes the water will penetrate coffee, will infuse coffee, and will extract all the goodness out of coffee. So let's start with those steps. Let's start with those rules that are not rules. My advice here, when you take that outer loop, have it dry before you put the filter in. Especially with those Ceado filters, they seem very thin. If there is some water there, it might be more difficult to put it inside there. You have the filter in, then you have to position that flow tower. So you basically just screw it in. Once it's positioned, make sure there is some tension on that filter. So they call it like a drum-like feeling or whatever. That tells you that the filter, that the flow tower has been locked properly. After you assemble everything, you may want to wash the filter. That's something that they do recommend on the website. I don't think it would change anything taste-wise, but I still do it. They recommend not to use more than 20 grams of coffee. I will be using 15 today. Grind settings similar to as you would use for other pour-over methods. The coffee, by the way, I'm using today, Onyx coffee from Ethiopia, Hambela Alaka, 250 grams of water. They say to use boiling water. I tried with very, very hot water and I was getting my coffee over-extracted. So obviously experiment, see what you like. But today I'm going for 93 degrees. They recommend that the total extraction, total drain time would be around 5-ish minutes. And here I disagree, at least with the coffees that I tried at home. If I reach to that 5 minutes extraction time, I was getting my coffee over extracted. I will be aiming for about 3 minutes. I got a very, very good results with 2.5 minutes. So let's do it. You put the coffee into that flow tower after it's assembled. Make sure it's even, the coffee pad is even. You don't need to have that special gooseneck kettle, but well, that's what I use, so that's why I will use it today. You put that water into the outer loop. Just drop all the water in. I would recommend for you to use the scale so you know exactly how much water, how much coffee you put in. You may notice the water is penetrating the coffee and then it will go through the filter into the carafe. The base, the bottom of the brewer, it does not fit perfectly on top of my carafe. It's almost 7 centimeters, something you need to be aware of. You don't really need a carafe, you can brew directly into the cup, but you know, this is a sophisticated coffee channel, so we have to use a carafe. You can put the top on, that will probably help to keep the temperature steady, and once there's no more water left, well, the brewing is over. It's very easy to clean up after you finish. Just do it on top of your rubbish bin or wherever you drop your coffee. Unscrew that flow tower and most of the coffee will get into the bin, and then you just wash it. And we have a coffee. As you could see, this is very, very easy brewer. This is very, very, very easy recipe. And the results, well, let's have a look. Cheers. What I'm getting here, apricots. What I'm getting here, vanilla. What I'm getting here, sweetness. What I'm not getting here, sourness. So somehow this brewer, it takes away lots of sourness out of your pour over, which for some of you, it could be a big plus. For some of you, might be a big no-no. Obviously, you can experiment with different recipes. So today we did like a very, very simple recipe. Otherwise, a very, very nice cup of coffee. So guys, if you reached to this part of the video, you may as well click like, you may consider subscribing to the channel. As you can see, the channel is growing, we're getting more and more stuff. We're on the road to get 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So what I think about this brewer, if you're looking for something simple, definitely get this one. If you are looking for something to take with you when you travel, if you don't want to play too much with recipes, maybe you don't have a kettle, gooseneck kettle, this could be a solution. It's not small, so it takes some space in a bag, but it is not huge. And the results are very good. I like the coffee. I'm missing the sourness sometimes. I mean, there is some degree of sourness. It's not completely taken away, but it is reduced versus something like, let's say, my narrow Oria V4. I think for the price, around 40-ish pounds, I think you may consider this one. I had lots of fun with this brewer. I'm sure some of you already have it. Yeah, it's been around for a year or two. If you do, what do you think about this brewer? Maybe you have a fancy recipe you would like to share with us. But for today, thank you very much for watching. My name is Jack, this is my coffee show, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye!